Hi, my name is Claire Marino, and I would like to thank you for checking out my poster presentation. I have been working with Dr. Chris Martin and Dr. Tanisha Williams to describe and classify the Solanum species deaf adder bush tomato as a new species by measuring morphological characteristics and using statistical analyses to compare its features to those of its close relatives Solanum asymmetrophyllum and Solanum subjunctum. More than 70% of the wildlife in Australia has yet to be described to the scientific community. This includes Solanum species deaf adder, which is nicknamed for where it is found in Deaf Adder Gorge. This gorge is located in Kakadu National Park, a particularly biodiverse area of Australia. In 2018, Dr. Chris Martin brought back 10 seeds from a female deaf adder bush tomato specimen located at the Northern Territory Herbarium that was collected in 2006 by K.G. Brennan. Of those seeds, 4 germinated and only 1 survived. This specimen continues to be the only one growing outside of Deaf Adder Gorge, and it is the specimen with which I have been working to collect data. The Deaf Adder bush tomato is currently classified as a localized variant of S. asymmetrophyllum, but morphological differences suggest that it may be a distinct species. Solanum species deaf adder's morphology combines independent features with characteristics from both its sister taxa. For example, the calyces of Solanum species deaf adder appear to have long, sharp prickles similar to those of S. asymmetrophyllum, but they are arranged quite densely, like those of S. subjunctum. However, Solanum species deaf adder's leaves have numerous prickles on the midrib, while S. subjunctum and S. asymmetrophyllum tend to have far fewer when they have any at all. 34 morphological characters were measured for Solanum species deaf adder, and statistical analyses were performed to evaluate whether the morphological differences between Solanum species deaf adder's characteristics and those of S. subjunctum and S. asymmetrophyllum are significantly different from one another. Based on the morphological measurements used in this preliminary analysis, where n equals 13 traits, there is clear separation and strong evidence to support that Solanum species deaf adder is its own species. The first 2 axes of the PCA analysis explained 65.5% of the variation. The ANOVA tests confirmed that the morphological characters were different among the 3 species, and 10 of the 13 traits were statistically significant. The deaf adder bush tomato has only been encountered 3 times in its native habitat in the last 40 years, indicating that it is quite rare. Officially classifying Solanum species deaf adder as a distinct species would allow it to be afforded the protections that it needs. Thank you to the David Burpee Research Fund, the Manning Internship in Botanical Science, and the Bucknell Department of Biology for funding. And thank you as well to K.G. Brennan, Angela McDonnell, Peter Jobson, and the staff of the Northern Territory Herbarium at Darwin.